So hello friends, hope you can hear me properly. So today I am going to discuss the application or how to implement Doubly linked list. The main problem in linear linked list was it was linear. That means you are only allowed to approach towards any single direction. That means suppose you are having this is one node and this is another node, so this is connected in this way. So that means you are only allowed to cover or access or traverse from this one to this one. But in Doubly linked list you are allowed to traverse in both the direction. That means towards this direction and towards this direction also. So that's why this is known as Doubly linked list. So when we are going to design a Doubly linked list, the node will actually store two address. That means one for the previous node and another for the next node. So that means you are going to design one node having three parts, basically three parts. First one is previous part, that means it will store the address of previous node. Then we are going for the value part. Then we are going for the next part, that means next part. So this is the node will look actually. Now I am going to design a very simple Doubly linked list to let you understand or to make you understand how it works actually. Yes, this is suppose connecting with this one, then this one, then there will be another connection because we are going to connect forward and backward in both the direction. And now I am designing this one. I hope you can understand whatever I am drawing right now. These are the actually three parts, though there is no such physical segregation, but still I am creating that one to make you understand. Just have a look. Suppose this is null. This is null because there is no node in front of that node. Now this is your value, suppose 12, and now this is the address of the next one, that means maybe B or something like that. Now suppose I am giving this one a name or address name, that is A, and giving that one address B, and giving that one address C. Hope you have already understood linear linked list, so it will help you to understand the Doubly linked list properly if you have already proper idea of linear linked list. Now I am going to design this one, and this one will also store the data. So this will contain the B, this will contain 65, this will contain again null because there is no node after this one. Hope you can understand. If we run forward traversal, so we will get result 12, then 34, then 65. If we perform, this is forward traversal. Let me write it down in proper way. Okay. Forward traversal, the value will be, other values will be 12, then 34, then 65. In case of backward traversal, the output will be 65, then 34, then 12. Is it okay to all? I hope you can understand. So now I'm going to write down the code. So as we know that we have two address part. This is the next part that will store the address of next node, and this is the previous part. It will store the address of previous node, and this is the value part. So now I am giving it alias name, so that is your db. Now I am going to design the create function. That means the function which will create the actual doubly linked list. So as we can understand, we are going to create a linked list which will start from front to end as well as end to front. So that's why we should have proper direction, proper design of what can I say, proper design of the structure. So that's why here we have something. I am taking a little bit time to let you understand how. So let me write it down in this way. So 1, 2, 3. So this one will be called head, as we already know that in linear linked list it was available, and this one in case of doubly linked list will be called tail. That means in. So whenever you are interested to traverse in forward manner, so we will start from head. And if we are interested to start from the backward manner, that means we will start from tail. Okay, now going to the actual code. So now let me write down void forward. That means db start. This part, whatever I am writing right now, is called prototype declaration. I hope you all know how to declare or how to create or how to write a function, because the function will have, every function will have three parts. One is prototype declaration, another is calling, and the next one is the body. Now I would like to say few words about the create function. As I have already said, the create function I am going to design will create the whole linked list first, that means doubly linked list first, then it will go for forward traversal, then it will go for the backward traversal. So now I am writing this code for creating the linked list with having ampersand head and having ampersand tail. Now why I have taken this one as address of a pointer variable? As you can see, tail is a pointer variable, that means db type pointer variable. So I am sending the address of that one, because I have already said that whenever you are going to create the doubly linked list, your value, that means whatever you have written or whatever the node you have created should have two pointers. One will be head and another will be tail. As you can as I have already shown in the last design, I want to let you know that one. As you can see, this is this one, that means this one is the head and this one is the tail. So now if I have to make the main function to understand the address of head as well as address of tail, I should create and I should go for call by reference. That means the call of the pointer variable, so that any new value or any new data have changed within that head and tail will be reflected to the main. And whenever I am going to print them forward traversal, so I will be able to get, and I will get the what can I say, I will get the head and tail, the updated head and tail. That is the main issue. So I am going to, but in case of you can see, in case of forward and backward traversal, I am not going to give any call by reference concept, because in case of forward and backward traversal, we are not going to change anything. We are going to just display the data, rather display the linked list, double linked list. So now I am going to design the body of the create function. So I will pass it, I will make this .c file available on the request basis, or that also can be given to you if you put a request on my email ID that I will share at the end of the lecture. So let me design the create function first, then I will explain how to do other things. So friends, I am going to create the function, or rather write the function which will create the double linked list. After that I will explain how it works. Actually it's working. So before that I have taken a variable val, suppose v, and I am taking another variable that will be of star temp type, and I am running one infinite loop. So I am going to take a value. If you are giving, so printf enter the value, so it will ask you for the value to be inserted into the linked list or double linked list. And suppose if you are giving a value that is minus 99 or something, some absurd value. So if you are giving some absurd value, I am writing just minus 99 to exit, and then if v equals to minus 99, so it will break. So that means it will come out from the loop. Otherwise it will create temp equals to db star then malloc. I hope you are well aware of the function malloc and operator size of. So what is the purpose of size of and malloc? Malloc will occupy, or it will occupy a certain space in the memory that will be of the data type you are mentioning over here. That means size of db means it will occupy db size memory in the space in the memory, and it will return generic data type. That's why I have to convert that address into this way, that is typecasting. That means I am converting the value. So temp arrow val equals to v temp, sorry I have missed the arrow symbol here, and the temp arrow next equals to null right now, and temp arrow prev equals to also null. So now the actual address adjustment will take place. So that means I am going to check whether the head is containing null or not. if it's containing null, so head will and tail both will come. If suppose we are having a single node, so that means that will be head and that will also be tail. So that's why I am writing this statement. So that means the address of temp will be stored into tail as well as into head. That means if I am having single node, that means if I am having a single node, okay, so for our designing purpose it will be head as well as tail. So this will be pointed by head and tail both. That is written in this condition or rather this statement. Else starting arrow next, start tail arrow next equals to tail, and tail arrow pre equals to star tail, and star tail will be equals to temp. Now let me explain that part, how it's actually working. That is the completion of the while loop, and okay, I hope it will be perfect. Now tell me, I hope you can understand that part. If head is null, so the node will be pointed by head and tail both. But if we are having one node available, so just like this one, we are having one node, this one, and so whenever we have designed that one, so this will store null, this will store null also for the initially it will store null, and this one also will store null, this one will store null, and this one will also store null due to this line, temp arrow next equals to none, temp arrow pre also equals to null. So in LL, and now it will contain the value. Suppose this is your 8, the value you have stored is 8. Now I have created, so that means this one will be head and tail both, head as well as tail. Now I am having another node or creating another node. So that means initially head was null, so that's why it has pointed to that node. So that means it has pointed to that node. That means suppose the address of the first node is A. Now I have created another node having address B. Now what should be done? The code I have written, or I am going to write this one. So code I am going to write, and just have a look. Tail arrow next, tail arrow, so this is your temp, this is temp, just created node. So tail arrow next equals to temp. So this part will contain B. Is it clear? So that means we are having this connection, and as we are having same thing over here, one address, another address, okay, and temp arrow priv, that means this is temp, and priv means this area, it will store the address of this node, because in the previous node we have created that one. So it will be written A, and it will store the value accordingly, whatever the value you are going to insert. That is 5 suppose, and the last part it will also point null or create null or store null, whatever. So So that means we are having both connection, both side connection, just like this one also. So we can traverse through this side as well as this side too. Is it clear? I hope. So this is now will become tail, not this one. This one will become tail right now. This one will become tail right now. So now we are having the previous one as head and the next one is tail. This thing is written in this code. Now I am going to write down the traversal code. That means void fwd within bracket I am writing wpd star h and print while h not equals to null. The same traversal was written in linear linguist also. So I hope you can understand whatever I am writing here. Printf percentage %d, putting comma to make it separate from the previous data, and next h arrow val. Okay, as we are doing forward traversal, that's why h equals to h arrow next will be written, because we are going from the head to the last and start to the end. Now I am writing same type of code in case of backward traversal also. So we will start it from the end and we will traverse to the beginning. So end to beginning. So t9 next not equals to null, and I am writing the printf over here, printf percentage %d comma double quotation complete t arrow val, and t equals to t arrow prev. In this case I will use prev variable or member or whatever, the prev part to be accessed for traversing from the end to the beginning. So now let's have a look whether our code is working properly or not. Maybe there may be some problem, there may be some error also, but we will try to I'm putting a slash new line over here, few new lines, because it will create the result more clear. So I'm closing that one, going to the execution part. So as I am using Ubuntu, so in Ubuntu you will compile using GCC compiler. Okay, there is some problem. What is saying? As I was using double pointer, so I should write down double pointer in that case also. That I have missed. Just have a look. Start, it should be star head and it should be star tail, as we are using double pointer. In case of single pointer we are allowed to write down only the variable name, but in case of double pointer we have to use star head to access the address part, the value at the address part rather. So compiling /a.out, and I am going to give some value 3 4 5 6 2 1 minus 99. Just have a look. As we have written 3 4 6 2 1 1 2 6 5 4 1 2 6 5 4 3. So this is your forward traversal, starting from the 3 and traversing towards the end, and it's from the end traversing towards the beginning. That is the code to implement doubly linked list. So I hope you can understand that one. And okay, so I am closing that one and discard that one. Okay, so I am sharing my email ID so that you can put your request for the source code of the source code, and my email ID is And for the students of my college, no need to use this one, you can use our official email ID. This is only for the students who are not from my college. So wish you all the very best, and I hope you can see the code, and I am trying to minimize the size of the code so that you can get it in a single screenshot. So because we are going to get this one for our purpose also, so just have a look. 14, select, okay, close. So I am keeping the whole code for a while. This is the completion of main up to main. Now here I have the functions related to doubly linked list. This is the create function, sorry, this is the create function, and now I'm having the traversal forward as well as backward. So hope it will help you to understand doubly linked list. If there is any kind of question, any kind of queries, any kind of confusion, you can share it, you can ask me through the email ID. I am always available over there, and for any further assistance, feel free to contact. Thank you very much.